Hi everyone, this is Christine Josty from Mail Something Pretty, and today's project is this really cute little box that can fit in chocolates or little gifts, and I can show you actually how to make it a little bit bigger. This project came directly from Erica Serwin of pinkbuckaroodesigns.com, and so I want to give her full credit because I watched her video and I just fell in love with this box and her creativity. She did different colors, different stamps, and I actually am going to show you a little tweak on it, but I just want to give her props. Okay, so this is the box that we're going to make, and the cool thing, what I thought was, you can use your tag topper punches to actually make the box. So let me show you how we do that. Let me just get these out of the way for a second. And we are going to, here we go. We are going to start with a piece of cardstock 5.5 by 7.5. And I noted here, and this is my little tweak, you can change the size of the box to anything. So this is just a little like favor box, or I thought actually they would be sweet for, and I might do them for Christmas Eve dinner. You can write everyone's names on them, and that could be your place card settings instead of pieces of paper. But you can manipulate the size, the height of the box by just changing that 5.5. The 7.5 stays because that's where we're going to score everything, but the 5.5 can change. So I actually forget. I might have left this one the full length of the paper, so that might have been 8.5. If you have a 12 by 12, you can even make it bigger. So you can manipulate just by changing that 5.5 mark. Okay, a hot sauce or cream, something will fit into that. So I just wanted to show you that. Okay, so we are going to use, uh-oh, I dropped my stylus and I'm connected. Let's see if I can slide it over. Here we go. Okay. So this is the, here we go, my score board that I use all the time. And this is the 5.5 and the 7.5. So again, that 7.5 has to stay constant, but that 5.5 can change to whatever to make it smaller or bigger. Excuse me. And we're going to score at, this one's actually already scored, so I just had to have it in the right direction. We're going to score it at 1.5, 3.5, 5, and 7. And then you what I say, flip and score at 1.5. So I'm just going to flip it and then score at 1.5. Okay, so those are our marks that we want. Okay, and this is the cool part. You can use either one. This is a newer one. I kind of like the top of the design, and I actually can show you the two. That's the scallop edge, the scallop topper, and then this is, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a new one this year that I like, and so that's the design of that one. Okay, so what you're going to do, hopefully you can see this, you're going to take a Sharpie and you are going to mark where the edge, I did it on both of them, when the edge of the punch is, and you're just going to make a line on either side. Okay, you see the line? And the reason being is we're going to use that as a guideline. So you have like two of the bigger parts, which is this part of the box. So this tab is going to help to close it. So we want to start here. So you're going to put your paper, you're going to slide it in all the way. So all the way till it stops at that mark. And that's important because if it's off, then your box will be a little crooked. Marks that we made are going to line up with the score marks. Okay, so that's why we have the, I'll have to shift mine over a little bit. So we're going to, so my mark is here and my score line is here, and it's pushed in all the way, and I'm going to punch. And you can kind of see that's where my score line is, so that's where it was lined up. And we're going to do it again on this side. So I'm going to find it if I just lean it here and I just kind of push it in with both fingers, it slides in nice. And I can see that the marks are lined up with the score lines, and I'm going to punch. And that's what we're going to get. And you're going to take your scissors and you're just going to cut as straight as possible those little marks off. Turn it this way and cut. So then it's going to look like that. And then we scored it at that 1.5. I'm going to cut on the score lines just up into that score mark. And this one I'm actually going to just take off. Okay, so this, you can see these are the flaps. This is the base of the box. And then we're just going to fold on the score lines. And I'm going to stamp, just going to a little scrap paper. I'm using the new Pretty Peacock in color. That is the same as this color paper. I'm going to use my Healing Hugs stamp set, which I've already made a video using this on a Get Well card with the Pressed Petals washi tape. So make sure you check that out because that was pretty cool. I'm going to use the big rose and this little leaf. And I know I've told you a few times, but I put a little bit of washi tape on the edge because it makes it easier to peel off the stamps from both the case and the blocks. Okay, so I'm just going to randomly stamp. I'm gonna have to put that in there a little bit between the roses here. And if you get on the bottom of the box, that doesn't matter because no one will really see it. Make sure you turn your rose around so it's not always in the same direction. Just give these are those distinctive stamps. It's a little harder to see on this tone on tone, but it has beautiful detail with just one stamp. Okay, so that's my stamping. And now we're just going to put the box together. Oh, and of course I left my tear and tape. Oh, here's some. Phew. Okay, so we're going to use tear and tape, and I use tear and tape on boxes and more 3D projects because it's much stronger than just the regular snail. So I'm going to show you where I'm putting them. Okay. So I put it on this little tab, and then I also put it on these two, that same column on the inside. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to peel. Oops. Sometimes it doesn't like to separate. I always have short fingernails. Here we go. Okay, so what I like to do is I fold that over. And I'm just going to fold that over like that. And now I have a nice, I know it's going to be a right other, the 90-degree angled box because it was nice and flat. And then these two just get folded in. And I already put my tear and tape on these two tabs. So I'm going to peel this off. And that down, and then I'll do this side. And then that's the box. Okay, that is the box. Isn't that the coolest thing? I just loved it. And so what I did, and I already have a few, just to make this one a little bit shorter, I already stamped a few tag samples. Where's the other one? And I stamped that with the other new in color, the Terracotta Tile, and I used the Botanical Bliss stamp set because it has all these great words in here. So it's really, sometimes I think it's overlooked, but it's a great set for words, and I love using that as well. And then it also has coordinating dies, and these are cool because you can make bookmarks and tags and all sorts of cool things. And then, but what I used to make the little greenery in Old Olive is I used that piece right there that coordinates with that set. So I will just put the box together real quickly, and I just threw a little snail on there and put, maybe I'll go this way, direction, and let's see, maybe we'll do this one. Just a dimensional. Put it on here. Actually, this one didn't go in that set. This one was in a different set, but I already put it on there. And then the ribbon, which is really beautiful. This is, they have this ribbon with each of the new in colors. So the Pretty Peacock, which is this, the Terracotta Tile, Seaside Spray, Purposey, and Rococo Rose. Excited I remembered them all. And so the inside, the Sahara Sand, is the same, and it's the outside that would change with the in colors, but it's really, really nice. And then this just slips in. You just put your little candy in it. It's a stiffer ribbon, so I just tied a knot rather than a bow. Just a little knot. I'll flip these around so you can see the pretty color, and there you go. So here are the boxes made with these tag topper punches. I will put the dimensions in measurements and the supplies on my website at mailsomethingpretty.com, so please check that out, and be sure you're on my mailing list too. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.